Ruth, there is a special rhythm in your film. You follow it like it's in the fiction. From one plan to the other one, you bring the people to watch the film. It's really well written. Uh, how did you create this beautiful rhythm on the film?
Well, I thank you for mentioning about the rhythm, and I think I have to commend my editor and producer Chuck Gutierrez for making it as silky as possible. But we did film 16 candidates. We followed their journey, and I think it has something to do with their emotional language that we were drawn. Our lens focused on their emotional journey and the things that are unsaid. I have a particular keen interest, in filming the gray areas. Aside from what they're saying and what they're showing, I'm looking into that blank uh, spaces in between where they're not talking, but we just want to film them, like them looking at the windows, the birds flying over Hong Kong, as as symbols of freedom, and what it represents for them. I like filming the buildings, the skyline of Hong Kong, which I think is very beautiful, and it defines the character of the city as a very strong financial district, in this side of the world. But and then placing our migrant workers in that space, and we design our lens in that way. But of course, when it comes to post production, we go back to these images and we review them, we transcribe them, we reflect on them, and we put them together piece by piece, and transcribe all the interviews and make sure that the rhythm on how their lives will be represented, at least portrayed as clearly and as truthfully as possible in every scene. So it was really, we took it one scene at a time, because it can be really overwhelming if we sort of design it like a big um, creation. But yeah, we did it piece by piece, moment by moment, and then we put it together, and then we trim the unnecessary parts until we created that truthful diaspora of the Filipino community in Hong Kong, which I think also somehow represent uh, how a Filipino diaspora also live in other parts of the world. So we wanted to do that universal theme. And you mentioned about the music, because the music is really, the soul, what the soul of our heart, and it's also part of the film language. Um, we it's Christmas. Christmas is very special here in the Philippines, because Christmas is about family reuniting, together again. And a lot of overseas Filipino workers, they come home during Christmas. So if you notice, there are some a little bit of Christmassy in the tone of how the score is designed, but you won't really feel it because it's very subtle and it's just really hidden. But we wanted to to create that rhythm of longing, the rhythm of about dreams, sadness, happiness, aspiration, beauty. So we sort of like put these elements in the music, and we put it in a certain part where it's needed, just to guide the audience, to let them know how the characters are developing and are evolving, as their story unfolds. So that's how we sort of design it, piece by piece. And I hope it works.
Of course, it's really worked, and the music is one of the personage of the film that you follow it. It has a beautiful place, and we are going through the your movements of the film through your rhythm.
Yeah, especially when you're about to uh, sort of put the crown during the pageant. I think it's very important that you really celebrate the triumph that they have there. It's their moment, like nobody can take it away from them. So the music has to be really the right one for them. Like, we celebrate the triumph with you. So it's more like a sort of like a beauty pageant, and then you put some sense of nationalism also in the music. So it's a mixture of that.
Thank you very much, Ruth.
Thank you very much, and thank you once again for inviting the film. And I'm really looking forward how our audience, in Europe, would react and how they would find the film. I'd like to know their thoughts as well.
Thank you. And I hope that Festival Après Varennes will give an eternal road to your beautiful film that can travel all around the world again.